Hey guys, let's talk fragrance, shall we? Today I have 4 lined up. Some are more budget buys than others. Most of them are budget buys actually, so this is going to be fun. We'll start, none of them are my signatures or my favorites or anything like that, but there are fragrances that I did pick up. So let's start with the extreme budget buy. This is classic of the classics. This is Yardley London, Lily of the Valley. And this is quite interesting because I'm almost finished with the scent. This is another toilette. Let's go through the drill and discuss the packaging. This is really old company that is known to have done many fragrances, especially solid floors. They had been reformulated over the years, and to be quite honest, this is the newer editions, but not the newest. Not the same as the very original Lily of the Valleys. Now, not everybody's a lover of a pure Lily of the Valley scent, but if you are, and if you love Lily of the Valleys, if you love the likes of Jessica McClintock, then this could be a really nice budget alternative. Now, about the bottle. The bottle is cheap, for sure. This is a glass bottle with a sticker on the front stating that it is a Yardley fragrance eau de toilette. 50 milliliters. There's a pretty cheap golden cap and a golden sprayer. The sprayer itself is not fantastic. The fragrance is lovely for Lily of the Valley fragrance lovers, for sure. Now, this is quite an authentic scent, actually, if you've smelt Lily of the Valley flowers. They're a little bit green. There's a bit of a rough sort of feeling to the scent. There's definitely the flower, but this scent really is like an early Lily of the Valley, the ones that are just coming up in the spring. And they have green young leaves, a little bit spicy, something a little bit spicy in it. Floral and spicy and fresh and spring, very much spring scent. The lasting power of this guy is pretty pitiful. Even overspraying this 10 plus sprays is not going to give you a lasting even of maybe 3 hours. It's really a shame. Like, I'm sure it had to do with reformulations, because I remember this Yardley maybe 10 years ago being a scent that did linger, even to eau de toilette concentration, but unfortunately the newer concentration, this is not even the newest juice. This is like what one before, the one that they sell right now. And I was so disappointed with the lasting power. The sillage was next to nothing, of course. It does not project. That I actually purchased talcum powder with this scent. And now I use that after the shower instead of the fragrance. And I would probably recommend to not go for the fragrance unless you are into fragrances that last a few minutes. One that is less fresh, but still quite cute, is Lancome Tresor in Love. I am a huge fan of the original Tresor, and I will for sure do a separate video about Tresor. It's one of the most beautiful peaches. It is adorable. It is one of the most beautiful skin scents you can come upon. This one I bought because I'm such a fan of Tresor. Current formulations like the Midnight one, they're very sweet. They're more La Vie est Belle side of business, not really the Tresor side of business. So I don't believe they belong in the Tresor line. I'm not sure why they stuck them in the Tresor line. Those guys should have gone to La Vie est Belle and stayed there. Nevertheless, there are a few of them there that are very loosely, if at all, related to Tresor. This one is loosely related to Tresor, the original. Let's talk about the packaging as usual. So this is a glass bottle. It's a very nice shape. It's like Tresor got pulled and smoothed. The same cap, the same kind of cap. I do like the bottle. The bottle is actually quite cute. I have it in 75 milliliter format. I've put a small dent into it, but I'm actively using it, so I don't expect it's going to last very long, unfortunately. There is a little black rose on like a elastic band around the cap. And on the bottom it says Lancome, and here it says Tresor. So the sprayer is good quality, like Lancome fragrances usually have. Now, what got me to buy this perfume, if I had to describe it in very, very general terms, I would say that it is a very fruity scent. However, there are flowers here for sure, and I can detect them, but really it reminds me of a nectarine. This one, if Tresor is peach, really, really peach, this one is more nectarine. It's fresher, it's a little bit more fruity and less hot skin. It's lighter. It's like maybe a granddaughter of Tresor, not even a daughter or a little sister. It is a lot less sophisticated than Tresor, but it is fun. It is sort of not peachy, but maybe nectarine or apricot-y, perhaps. Maybe it's in the apricot, yeah. I think apricot would be a better way to describe it. It's like the apricot with some flowers and slightly sweetened, but it's really, really fruity to my nose. There is a bit of this powderiness that happens with the peach in Tresor and creates this beautiful, gorgeous, delicious skin scent that also happens with the Burberry Woman. It also happens with Taylor Swift. It also happens with Jessica Simpson, Fancy Love. It happens here too, but to a much smaller extent, to a way lesser degree. It's stepped down. There's not really powderiness there that is very obvious. You have to really look for it. There is fruitiness and a bit of sweetness. There is some kind of floral, abstract floral. I can't identify the notes here at all, although they're well described on Fragrantica and other sites, but to my nose it's a fruit bomb, and at that, a pleasant one. I do not know that it is wise to spend the money on Tresor in Love, where you can get a scent that wouldn't be so dissimilar from, say, Bath & Body Works or Victoria's Secret. I'm not sure if the price of this guy will be justified. I will, of course, use it up, but the scent itself is, I don't think it's unique enough to warrant to be like a designer perfume to me. Nevertheless, it's nice. It's good quality. It lasts okay. It has average sillage and average lusting power. Sillage does not last very long. It's projects well and then it's gone. It's more of a skin scent as well, but it's pleasant and it's you know, very unobjectionable to me. Next, this is the mother of all sweet perfumes. No, that's not true. Angel would be that. This is Aqualina Pink Sugar. Why do I own this? This is everything I don't like in a fragrance usually. Couple of notes, although more are listed. You can sniff out a couple of notes. So, why do I own this? I own this because my husband loves this. He also loves Britney Spears on me. This one, however, I've grown to be able to tolerate and even enjoy occasionally. I wear it to bed frequently because that's my husband and I are next to each other and he can enjoy this as well. Let's start with packaging. Packaging is actually okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. It is a simple round bottle with a sort of painted on pink ribbons, pink sugar logo, and a plastic cap with a little whirl up on the top. This is a 50 ml bottle, and I have to admit this is my second bottle. I've used up 100 milliliters of this in the past. This is my second bottle, and there's a notable dent in it. So, you know, I'm not going to be a snob. I'm going to say this is something I learned to enjoy. My husband loves it, and men in general have been paying compliments way more than with with most other fragrances. Now, The sprayer is bright fuchsia. Again, the quality of the sprayer is not bad. It does work pretty well. What is in here? There is a couple of things here. Really not that many ingredients are very obvious. There's some florals, but to me, they may as well not have been there. I really can't sense very much florality about this scent. To me, this is a pure gourmand. There's nothing else in it except pink sponge sugar and lots of citrus on top. It's very interesting. It's like very, very sweet caramelly candies, but with orange flavor, or with the lemon flavor rather. It's so sweet. It's very, very foody. It's very edible. And the citrus in it and the bergamot that I do sense is really what's keeping it from being vomit-inducing sweet. It freshens it up, makes it more playful, makes it younger, makes it tolerable, digestible, and likable even. There's a bit mischievous scent that doesn't take itself too seriously, and I'm glad that it doesn't, because I wouldn't want it to be serious. I want it to be pink sponge sugar. Maybe I want it to be squeaky and to sort of make everybody think of cookies. Then maybe that's what I want out of this scent. This is fantastic for what it is. The lasting power is decent. The projection is moderate to light. It doesn't project all that much, I would say. Maybe in the first 30 minutes or so, and then it settles down very nicely. It's not going to be offensive. Moreover, like I mentioned, people do like it on you, and it's an easy no-brainer sweet scent. If you like sweet scents, this is definitely something to check out, because there's nothing else in it. It's just a sweet, slightly lemony scent. Unfortunately, it lacks this quality that I love in fragrances, and I do pursue it in various senses. Meringue, it's a bit of a meringue pie sort of idea that I somehow really, really love in fragrances, and I hunt after it. This, however, does not have that. It's just lemon and sponge sugar. It's not a meringue pie to me. But it's quite lovely. I don't know. I've learned to not just to live with it, but to like it. And I don't like sweet scents, so bravo, pink sugar. The last one for this video is going to be this Zara. This is quite a new release for Zara. This is Zara Dark Emerald. I think I've included it in a video once before. Now, I am a third way through this particular bottle. This is a 30 ml. I don't think I'll repurchase. Now, the packaging of this is quite simple, nothing really special. Plastic cap, gold print. This is 30 ml. And dark green glass, really nothing special. The scent is fun. It is very sweet and has a bit of orange marmalade sort of under whiff. There is a bit of, there's tons of amber. There's a little bit of wood there, but it's not a prominent note that you have to really look for it. It is there on the dry down though. It's really ambery orange marmalade is what I would say. It's quite sweet. This is not a fragrance that I do think is very classy or is going to get you any points when it comes to complexity or interest factor. Some of Zara's fragrances actually do have that interest factor, and quite honestly, I'll review later. There are some fragrances in Zara's lineup that are surprisingly expensive smelling for what they are. Their price point is very low, which I can really, really appreciate with fragrances. I would much rather have them charge less than more. This is not one of those scents to me. Somehow I bought it in 30 ml in the store. Somehow I sprayed it and I liked it. You know, when the fragrance is not expensive, you're really not sniffing it out so long that you can develop a full opinion. Or with these kinds of scents, sometimes I tend to not brew about it, not process it fully. I just buy it, and then I end up with a bit of a disappointment because this guy is really not that special to me. Unfortunately, I thought it would be more special. It has the same kind of hum as does Revlon's Fire and Ice, except Fire and Ice is atomic. It's so super strong, and the sillage is quite notable. With this guy, it's much less, but they do share the same sort of super amber and orange marmalade theme. So I would recommend to skip this and go sniff out Revlon's Fire and Ice, because the quality of that fragrance is actually quite a lot better. Less lasting power and longevity and sillage are also notably better. So this is a skip for me, just because I have a better alternative. But nevertheless, I am definitely on the way of using it up. That's it for today. See you soon. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever. And stay positive, stay smiling. Bye-bye.